You guys know what a fatberg is? Eli, do you
Oh
know
my
what-
god.
Oh, unfortunately,
Oh
I
my
do.
God.
So we've had an ongoing debate about baby wipes here on the show, and I love baby wipes. I'm a huge proponent of baby wipes, but unfortunately, this kind of started seeping into my reality that Flushable is misleading,
Yeah.
extremely misleading.
We've learned this here on doing the podcast.
It's been a hard truth to swallow. A lot of people were like, "Hey, Ethan, I want you to know those aren't actually flushable," and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Suck my tiny Jewish dick."
And I have stopped flashing them, but you didn't.
Well, I think that. Let me give you an anecdote. I mean, this morning I went wet, and there's a lot of shit on it. Because
You got to do more dry then, and then
It
wet.
seemed fine.
What seemed fine?
Like it seemed ready to go, but it wasn't. But it seems like when you go wet, there's probably generally, less. What's going on with this mic? God damn, it's like all over the place. Jesus, when you go wet, I have a feeling it's nicer.
Maybe, but
When I go wet, it's fucking wild.
when you
You don't
see
want that. You don't.
what we're gonna see.
But you don't want a shit-covered wet wipe of mine in the trash can.
You have your own trash can.
I'm telling you, you'll smell it.
I don't think so.
We have separate bathrooms. But so apparently, there's a phenomenon of people flushing wet wipes of raw sewage, flushable, quote unquote, flushable wipes and hair, turning into such a huge cluster of shit that it's actually clogging huge city main pipelines. So the danger is actually not to your home pipes, but the danger is to the city pipes.
Everyone.
Yes. And the city is spending millions of dollars to take out these proverbial fatbergs, they're called, that I'll share with you here today. But I don't know. I mean, Chris had the perfect rebuttal to when I was like, some people flush the baby wipes, and he said, there's shit on them. And I was like, yeah, there's shit on them. Well, why don't you just take a shit in the trash can?
Well, why don't you open it up and show people?
I'm savoring the moment here. I'm developing here. So the Charleston water, these guys have been on a tear lately. This is the Charleston water system. These guys are killing it on Twitter. Verified and everything. They've been doing PSAs about these fucking fatbergs. So here you go. Divers swim. Now that's a hero. Forget about a mascot and a burrito getting punched. That's not courage. That's not a hero. A hero is a diver. Well, maybe it is, but I'm not going to quantify courage. But divers swim through 90 feet of raw sewage to unclog giant hairy fatberg. Can you fucking imagine you're diving through raw sewage? Damn.
I can't see this.
You see that?
Like, that looks like something from a scary movie, like a monster.
This does look like it kind of looks like my profile. Nose, mouth, chin, hair. So this is just shit. I find it interesting that sewage turns black because shit is brown, obviously, as we all know. I find it interesting that
This
it's black.
is so gross.
You want to take a bite of that? Would you take a bite of that? How much to take a bite of that?
You can barely look at it on the computer.
It's spaghetti. It's marinated spaghetti. Anyway, yeah, it's awful. It is awful. So I stand corrected on the issue of flushable baby wipes. And by the way, I find it pretty whack that they can advertise it as flushable when it's clearly completely not flushable.
Yeah.
Like, literally not flushable.
How is that legal?
I mean, I find it to really be the fault of these manufacturers that they're able to get away with this deceptive marketing. Because when I buy a flushable wipe, there's a whole market for flushable wipes. I'm assuming that this is somehow a valid statement. you know.
It's crazy. I can't believe.
So I
this.
don't know. I find that to be some kind of false advertising. There's so much more. Fatbergs, they're called, which is a great, lovely name. Hope you guys are hungry. Look at this is the brave fuck that goes and dives in raw sewage. I wonder what those guys get
crazy.
paid, man.
That picture on move right.
Like that's a whole.
It looks like
Oh,
Bigfoot.
look at this crazy fuck. He's not even wearing protection. His sleeves are out. He's posing with the fatberg. His arms are exposed. His face is exposed. That's courage. It's pretty, dude. That guy is. So yeah, this is like a crazy operation, man. Look at it. Look at all the work they do. They says, do you use flushable wipes in your home? Turns out they're not so flushable after all. In fact, they just caused a major citywide water pump clog in Charleston. Charleston Water says it's becoming a huge issue for them too. We break it down tonight. Oh wow, there's a whole investigation going on.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I think I'm gonna get some bidets. I think I'm gonna get bidets installed. I really like these Totos. These are these crazy ones. We tried it when we were in Montreal. But I had diarrhea, so I don't know if I talked about this. I had like really crazy diarrhea, and so my asshole was super sore from wiping so vigorously. And so when I shot the water at my asshole, it hurt because I had like open wounds.
Oh, God.
So I didn't get to enjoy it that much. And then when because it's like a communal toilet, it has a fan setting. So it's, it has a dryer. First of all, it has a fan, so when you sit on it, it sucks in the air. It sucks the shit smell out of the air.
What?
I swear to you right now. But the weird thing, so it sprays your asshole. And then the problem that I had with it, frankly speaking, because everyone talks about these bidets like they're, heaven sent, and this is what I feared would happen. But water dripped down my balls. Shitty water was dripping down my balls for fuck's sake. A torrent.
You probably need to learn how to use it.
How do I avoid water shooting down my balls?
It's gonna take some learning.
Okay. I'm willing to learn. But the weird one for me, because this is in a hotel, so this has had a lot of people's shit in it. The seat was warm. Love that. The seat comes up when you approach it. Love that. But then they have a dryer setting because they know that your balls are all wet and your asshole and everything's all wet. And then the dryer smelled like it was blowing shitty air in my face.
That sounds gross.
And like not.
Why did you have your face in the toilet bowl?
I didn't, Dan. It smelled like. I needed some fresh squirt water on my face.
Just a little pick me up.
But so it wasn't like my shit smell though. It was like the shit smell of like thousands before me.
Oh yeah, it's in a hotel.
So it's blowing like shitty air, like fatberg air.
Gross.
Yeah. So that I had a problem with. But I think I'm going to go the bidet route.
I feel like we are responsible probably for telling a lot of people to use baby wipes.
Bro, with the amount of baby wipes I flush, I'm personally responsible for destroying the septic system of all of Israel and Los Angeles and New York.
So I would like to take it back and say that I do not use them anymore.
Removing the endorsement of flushable, so-called flushable baby wipes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna go the bidet route, the Totos.